Hey Era fans, it's me, Uravani, and in this video, I'm interviewing Gore, the rank 1 Jayun in the East. And we're going to talk about how you should be playing Greatsword after the recent nerfs. Let's get into the interview, and after we'll show you some in-game application. Alright, so the first question is, what was your first reaction when you saw the Greatsword nerfs in the patch notes?
Shoot. I would have to say I either wanted to try my last chance to adapt and peak or just quit the game. Either swap on a different legend. I was a bit lost for a bit, but honestly, I would say I was pretty surprised at how bad the nerfs were. But in reality, it's not too bad if you know what you're doing.
So, did it affect your confidence when you went into your first matches with Greatsword? Did you play the same, or were you more hesitant about how you should play now?
Oh, 100%. I was not confident at all. I had to change my playstyle so drastically to, keep up with all the players around my elo. And I definitely made the right, decision having to switch my playstyle. And I would say nowadays I'm a lot more confident than I used to be pre-patch. Post-patch, I feel a lot more confident in my skill because I just play a lot more precise and more accurate than I've ever played. It's only made me a better player and improve overall. I had to change from getting used to not getting punished for missing on Greatsword, and I would say it brings Greatsword to a more punishable level like any other weapon, which I wasn't used to until I used my brain and stopped mashing at every chance I had. In short, I went from playing aggressive and stupid to playing more passive and more conservative and collective with my stocks.
That makes sense. So what was one of the biggest changes you had to make?
Biggest change I had to make was change my entire playstyle from not having it being focused on playing aggressive to being focused more on playing more passive. I do not like waiting in games. I absolutely loathe having to play more than just 3 minutes of a match, which is probably why I never improved as much. So, biggest change is playing passive, I would say.
Yeah, I feel that. Especially now, because if you miss with sidelight, it's over, bro. You get so much done. But do you think Greatsword is still viable and competitive now?
That's a good question. Personally, I believe it still has potential in the pro scene. We've seen what Greatsword can do, last patch by Seiku's getting top 8. But we've yet to see anybody, top 8 with Greatsword this patch. Well, there aren't any major tourneys, but there are upcoming ones, and I'm very excited to see what every other top Greatsword player can do. See if they either adapted or, if the nerf was too bad, they can't compete as well. But we just have to be patient and see for the next major tournament.
Yeah, that's true. I also seen right after the patch, you peaked with 2600 on Greatsword, and so there's a lot of Greatsword players that are struggling, after the patch because it's, maybe they play grounded. What advice would you give to the players that are struggling right now?
I would have to say the number one issue with everybody I've seen playing Greatsword this patch is that they're still trying to play it like it's still as quick as it was last patch, which it isn't anymore. It's a lot more of a slower weapon. You should treat it like a slow weapon. You can't be mashing sidelight every single 2 seconds. It's not gonna work. You're just gonna end up getting punished now. You can't get away with cheeky shit anymore, so I would say play the weapon slow, like you're supposed to play X. X is a weapon that you have to be precise in. If you miss, you're gonna get punished. You need to be precise, and you need to slow down your gameplay. I would say, yeah, I would say quit trying to approach and let the opponent whip. So you can actually get a chance to read the opponent or just punish with a area.
So it seems you're pretty much already, you've already adapted and you're already used to playing Greatsword now. But if you could rebalance the weapon, would you change anything?
Honestly, I would say no. The only thing I would actually change would just be the Greatsword drops. For example, I've had many matches where my Greatsword has dropped when I had a dodge frame of 1 or 2, doing side light, neutral light, side light. You know, but they always managed to jump out of it in that one dodge frame, even though I caught their dodge. And I just think it's ridiculous of how much Greatsword drops nowadays. So I wouldn't touch, you know, the damage or, you know, the animations or anything like that. But for sure I would change the drops. That's the only issue I have with it. Right now I feel like it's perfectly balanced.
Alright, so now that we've gotten Gore's thought process on Greatsword, we're going to be taking a look at some of his matches, and this is where you'll really see that in-game application of Greatsword's new playstyle. Alright, so game 1. How do you feel about fighting Priya? Like,
Priya has to be one of the most, like, hardest counters for, like, Greatsword. Because you gotta play so aerial with Priya, and Greatsword is a grounded weapon. I mean, I couldn't abuse the aerials, but still, my main options are grounded.
yeah, I definitely feel like Chakram aerials are they just beat out Greatsword aerials. If you try to have an aerial battle, it's over.
For this match, I would say I did get slightly bit, like, impatient, trying to, like, you know, desperately get KOs. But I still won at the end, you know, I still got the dub, but I could have definitely played this a lot better.
I mean, yeah, the dub's all that matters, though.
See, I'm just low-key mashing a bit. I mean, he doesn't have a weapon, so I'm perfectly fine to do that, since he's not attacking back. Right here, I just lose all the will to, like, attack him. He's just running so much. Not exactly my cup of tea when it comes to matches. This match lasted quite a bit.
Same, I definitely like shorter matches.
Basically, I'm just trying to do anything that I can right now.
Yeah, I mean, fighting someone passive is so annoying, especially Chakram, bro. Oh my goodness.
I mean, man, it's vice versa. I mean, like, nobody likes fighting Greatsword, let alone, like, passive Greatsword, and nobody likes fighting Priya.
Yeah.
Right here, that was not the best move I could have done. I should have just recovered on stage.
Nah, I would've went crazy if you hit it though. Like, I respect it.
Yeah, I'm mashing aerials here, trying to get any KO. Managed to get the GCD light. I fumbled the Sair, but I still get the dare there. Have a whole stock lead. So when you do have a stock lead, you want to play it, like, just play every stock like it's your last, basically. Try, you know how, like, a lot of people, like, feel like they play better, like, red stock last, and they, like, actually lock in. Exactly like that. You should have that mentality for every single stock. Just pretend it's your last stock. And trust me, you'll start winning, dog. You'll start winning.
So, like, just trying to get that chip damage, you know?
Yeah, any damage I can. Maybe try to get a stock here on my second.
That's crazy.
D-segments to hit. Yeah, and then I ground pound the ground, do, like, miss side sig into, like, nothing. Okay.
Just had to, you know, scare him a little bit.
I walked into that. Slow reaction times on my part.
Something good.
Yeah, weapon throw kills me here. Honestly, I just panicked a little bit when I had, like, the kill when, you know, I D-sigged them. Funnily enough, I almost end up selling this match.
Bro, like, anything can happen against Chakram, especially. It's crazy. Like, look at this.
Yeah, see?
Yo.
He misses his dare and I punish him with side sig. For that match, I would say I did lose my patience, which is why I went into, you know, I got last stock orange. I could have definitely taken a stock at my second, but always remember just to play patient. There's no need to rush anything.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Like, just take your time, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, this is the second game. Going against the same person. Same person, different map. Let's see how it is.
This match, I would say, was a lot more boring compared to the last one, but man, this match was not fun. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I do not envy you right now. Like you can have this match. But no, I definitely see the aerials though. Like
If I attack grounded, I'm just gonna get punished, which is why I'm like doing recoveries and nairs. The only time I'll go for a grounded option is if like I'm like 100 to like 90% sure that it's gonna hit. He GC's in front of me. I go for really bad option GC D-Sig off stage.
you like to send it off stage a lot though. Like I've noticed that.
People don't expect offstage Greatsword a lot. They always think like you're a grounded player, but that's not the case with me.
Yeah, same though. Like I love me some off stage with Greatsword. It's so nice. It's so amazing. But bro, yeah, this match is crazy. Like the neutral.
Gets the delay recovery on me. Played a bit too aggressive. Could have just played a little bit more laid back.
It happens. I mean, what's the time? It's been like 1:30 already. Only 2 stocks gone. But I feel that, bro. Like, and these aerials, bro. Oh my.
Yeah, pre-aerials are just insane.
Nah, Priya aerials are something else, bro. Oh, yo, you got that D-Light. That would have been nice damage, but it happens. Happens.
Right here, I was panicking a little bit, which is why I missed my Sair. I was confident I was gonna hit. When I missed it, my heart dropped, and I freaked out a little bit.
Compared to the last match, like, they're using a lot more aerials.
For this player specifically, I like have to pressure him with as many like aerial options as I can since he's so jumpy. Like anytime I try to like approach him head on, he just runs away or jumps away.
I've definitely noticed that. Like right there.
Yeah, run away, jump recovery. Yep. I missed that. I hit that. Yeah, don't do what I do. That these are all ranked matches, by the way, so I might be a bit of a troll. Here I start losing my patience a little bit, trying to like get the KO as fast as I can, mashing a whole bunch of moves. It worked, but I wouldn't really recommend it. There's definitely like better ways to go upon it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just wait until there's an opening, and with sword, yeah, sword there. Just be like, we did recovery. That's a good option.
No 3-piece. It's so risky going for reads. You just get punished almost every time if you miss.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. It's kind of better now to go for like a jump aerial if you're unsure of where they're gonna like dodge after you hit them.
I totally agree. That match was not fun.
I play aggressive too. It's like I don't know. My impatient with Greatsword is, I mean, it's doable. Like you can do it if you have to. Like if you need to win. But that's just unfortunate.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate, but I managed to play a whole lot better this stock here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he had a pretty sizable lead, but he just dropped it. Didn't really play his like part. Yeah, he's outdistancing me or outspacing me pretty well. Get shared. Alright, I'm playing offstage Greatsword here, but I do not recommend anybody to play offstage Greatsword. I do not. Only I do it because it works, but for other people, probably not. You have to be an absolute, that's not a word I can say. You gotta be very special to actually do what I do.
No, but it's fun, and that's what matters. That's definitely what matters.
Exactly, it's fun. It looks stylish too.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't go, but it's just the map, and that's crazy.
I'll say it's Greatsword. It's definitely an interesting way to play the weapon, but again, I do not recommend anybody plays it like that. I do not.
Yeah,
Just stick with onstage Greatsword, like players like Moneyhala or Seiku's or Makino.
yeah,
They're all
stick with
grounded. They don't
the
play off
neutral.
stage at all.
Well, thanks for watching, and a big thanks to Gore for helping out with the video. You have any final words you want to add?
Well, it was a fun time helping you out with this. I know a lot of players struggle with playing the weapon this patch, and I just hope people can learn something useful from this.
Definitely. Anyway, subscribe for more. I'll see ya in the next video.